With Kyogo on the verge of leaving, Brendan Rodgers has revealed that he actually asked to leave months ago. Welcome back to Fog Football. It's another turn in the tale into another twist as Big Kyogo wanted to leave apparently in the summer transfer window. Brendan Rodgers has all but confirmed the deal. Fabrizio Romano all but confirmed the deal yesterday. These deals probably will get made official today. Due to the weather, I don't really know what's going to happen with medicals and things like that, but it is believed that Kyogo flew to France pretty much immediately on Wednesday. Could have been Thursday morning, to be fair, to finalise his move. Don't know about Yota though, so we'll have to wait and see how long that will take to be announced. So we'll dive in to Brendan Rodgers' press conference, obviously ahead of the game at the weekend, and I have no idea who Celtic are playing, so that's was not exactly the greatest bit of insight there, but we'll dive into his comments, and I quote, Kyogo had expressed an interest to leave a number of months back, Rodgers said. Obviously then that expression becomes stronger, and then it gets to this stage where he clearly wants to leave, and we have to do it then. We have to do a deal and look to finalise that for him. He's been an incredible player for the club in the 3.5 years he's been here, and like I said, he's not someone we wanted to lose. But we have to accept where he's at, and after the work that he's done to give to Celtic and his age and where he's at, we have to accept that. End of quote. Yeah, I don't think it's really up for debate. Kyogo's been the best striker in the league for the past 3.5 years. He has won a bunch of trophies. Always at the top of the top goal scoring charts. Big goals. Yeah, he misses the odd chance, but Jesus Christ, every striker misses the odd chance. If he put most of them away, he would be playing for Real Madrid, etc., etc. But yeah, we've been called it. Oh, they're only praising Kyogo, so it makes it seem like Celtic are down a hole. No, you know what? There's no tinted specs. Kyogo is the best striker in this league, and he will be until he leaves. If that's the day, if that's tomorrow, or if that's on Sunday, it doesn't change the fact that Kyogo has been the best player since he signed in August 21. That's it. There's no bitterness. There's no sour grapes. There's nothing. There's nada. Right? He has been. The numbers back it up. The trophies back it up. And that's where we're going to leave it on the Kyogo debate. But in terms of the expression to leave, an interest in leaving, I didn't think that was on the cards from Kyogo. Now, we heard the rumours about the Japanese World Cup squad and things like that. I just don't think playing for Rennes is going to get you involved in the Japanese squad more than Celtic. Because we've said this 100 times. Maeda, right? He starts for Japan. He gets picked for Japan. Hinkatati, not always in the squad, but he's more picked than Kyogo. I just don't get that logic. Now, Kyogo might think it's a last resort, and you know what? He's done it all at Celtic. Won trophies, won every trophy, obviously apart from European trophies, but he's got the Champions League. He's now got them into the next round. He's pretty much done all he can, but at the same time, he's going to Rennes, guys. You know what I mean? He's going to Rennes. I just don't understand it. Like, going to Rennes ain't going to get you a big move elsewhere, and also Kyogo's at the age where he's not really going to get a big move after this Rennes move, so it's just a weird one. It's like, you look at a team like Rennes, and you look at a team like Brighton, like take O'Reilly for example, as much as like teams like Brighton, Leicester, Brentford, etc., they're not massive teams, right? But they've got the Premier League exposure and they've got the Premier League money. Kyogo's not going to be on more at Rennes than what he is on at Celtic. When you're leaving a Champions League team, right, that's through to the next round, a team that's going to be challenging for 3 trophies domestically every year, in it, to go to a mid-table team in France, it's quite clear to me that whoever, don't even know who the Japanese manager is, he just doesn't rate Kyogo. And it's unfortunate for Kyogo, but I would borderline be flabbergasted if Kyogo gets in the 2026 World Cup Japanese squad. Because if he puts in, similar numbers to what he's done in Scotland in Ligue 1, is that really going to make that Japanese manager go, yeah, I want him? Because let's be honest, Kyogo has been in the squad before. He's been in the Japanese squad, so obviously he's just not fancied by the Japanese manager. We've seen it loads of times. You know what I mean? Like international managers, they have their favourites, and you're wondering, how's he no starting, or why is he starting, and things like that. That's just the way it is, and it's the same at club level. you wonder, well, why is he starting him? Why is he not getting the game? To make for Celtic, you always hear like, oh, why is he starting Greg Taylor? It should be Valet starting. You always hear things like that. So it's probably just the manager's preference, and I think Kyogo, I think he's throwing away more successful years of his career for what a mid-table team in France. I'm actually kind of baffled by it. You know, you could argue, right? Now, he Rodgers goes on to say he's expressed an interest to leave a number of months back. If you remember in the summer, some people might have forgot about this. Manchester City were linked with a move for Kyogo. Could it be Kyogo has heard that, seen that rumour, and went, right, I want that. He's asked to leave. The rumours have kind of just disappeared, and now he's stuck with a shitey move to Japan. Because if there's one thing that would probably get him in the Japanese squad, it would have been going to City, playing second fiddle to Haaland, but scoring a bunch of goals on the road to, well, I say on the road to a Premier League title. Man City aren't winning the Premier League title, but there's a difference between going from Celtic to City and going from Celtic to Rennes. Because obviously, Celtic to City is a step up. Celtic to Rennes is a step down, and I'm actually, it's just a weird deal. I'm not saying, I'm seeing people put on Twitter, oh, this reeks of fraud, this reeks of corruption. Sell a guy for 25 million, and then get him back for 10 million with a 10% sell on, and then you're getting rid of Kyogo, sell to buy. There's nothing. It's just a weird deal in terms of Kyogo. Like for Celtic to bring back Jota makes total sense, but Kyogo, I don't know. It's a weird one. Very, very weird, and I don't think Celtic fans will like the fact that he asked to leave, but it probably, I think people have forgot about the City links. Maybe the City links turned his head. I've seen people comment saying, oh, I knew the writing was on the wall when he didn't celebrate against Ross County and he didn't celebrate against them and that. I mean, honestly, I can't remember or a lack of celebration against Ross County, but it's just a weird one for Kyogo. Anyway, guys, that's where we're going to leave it. I'm sure this deal will be made official in the coming hours, and then yeah, maybe tomorrow, maybe he will play against Monaco. And you know what? When you've got a player leaving this league, even if he plays for Celtic, I think it's always good to look and see what players who leave the Scottish Premiership do elsewhere. It's always good to see what like O'Reilly does, right? It's always good to see what like Aaron Hickey did when he went away. Lewis Ferguson, Patterson, Bassey, Kieran Tierney, Jota even when he went to Saudi Arabia. I know it didn't work out. It's always interesting to see what these players go on to do once they leave our league. And is Kyogo going to be a success in Rennes? I think he will be, but I just don't think it's going to get him in the Japanese squad because the manager doesn't like him. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.